Good morning. It is Tuesday, May 12th. This is your tablet class. This is going to be your assignment for the rest of the week. This is going to be author's purpose. Hope all is well. I see everyone's getting connected on digital classroom. Make sure you get an IXL. Do some work on this. I'm going to put a Kahoot up for this. We're going to do a YouTube video and we're going to talk about author's purpose. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, what is author's purpose? I know we had talked about theme earlier in the week. The theme is the lesson. The purpose is why is his reason or his intent for writing. Why the author wrote something. What is he trying to do when he wrote it? Is he trying to do, and we're going to talk about 5 different things. So the mnemonic device we want to remember is PIDE. The author's attempting to do 5 different things. He's trying to persuade you, he's trying to inform you, he's trying to entertain you, he's trying to explain something, or he's trying to describe. So I know I'm going rather quickly through this. Feel free to go back and review the PowerPoint as see fit. Let's go through these 5, and we're going to show you how to identify these for your tape test and go through some IXL questions so you have a better idea. Alright, so let's talk about persuade. The author when I'm trying to persuade you to do something, I'm trying to convince you of what to do something. The author is trying to convince you to do something or to agree with him. We think about commercials. An author is the purpose of a commercial is to get you to buy something. That's why they make those McDonald's burgers look so good in the commercial. Those Big Macs, they look real good in the commercial, but they don't look quite as good when you see them up close and personal. All right, so think about PIDE, right? The persuade. So here's an example they give you. My grandfather should win. Okay? Should win. It's the best in the world. She makes it from scratch. All right, these are all words that are going to tell you. So let's look at some signal words. Persuasive language. All right, things that are words that are used to convey you should do something. I agree. Moreover, support, again, besides, furthermore, although. These are the things you should do. So remember, when we're looking for persuasion, we all have tried to persuade somebody in our life, right, to do something. Okay. And examples: advertisements, commercials, political speeches, church sermons, opinion, editorials, movie or book reviews. Remember, the key word here is I'm trying to convince you. Alright, here's an example from IXL. Does a shampoo leave your hair dry or damaged, flat and lifeless? Then Organic Goo is the shampoo for you. Is the shampoo for you, using only the finest organic ingredients. Finest, right? She's trying to make it look like the greatest thing in the world. It gives you stronger, shinier, healthier hair. Powerful, all natural formulas. Alright, these are things that she's trying to persuade you to buy it, making it look like it's the best thing in the world, right? So our answer here would be to persuade. This is what an example of persuade looks like. And please go through some IXL and practice these. Alright, inform. The next one is, when we think about PIDE, is inform. When I'm informing you, I'm just giving you factual information about a topic. Think about a textbook. Think about if you are reading about a war. Alright, we're thinking about dates, times, places. These are things that are meant to inform you. He's just giving you straight facts. There's nothing exciting about it. You're just learning about it. Okay? If you went on the internet and tried to find some information on something, that's to inform you. The author's purpose. So when we talk about inform, it's the purpose. You're going to learn something from the selection. Okay? So information, sometimes pieces use more of the following. So I just talked about it: facts, details, places, events, people. So on your tape test, if you see one of your paragraphs and it's got a bunch of facts and details and places, and it says, what is the author trying to do? Most likely he is trying to inform you about it. Okay, he's not trying to write an exciting piece or get you engaged. He's just trying to tell you about what happened. Okay. The next word in the wheel is entertain. So the author writes something for a reader's enjoyment. When we're thinking about entertaining, we're thinking about short stories, we're thinking about books, we're thinking about things we're going to read that we read for enjoyment, for pleasure, to entertain us. Okay? What are some examples of entertain? They say plays, poems, stories, jokes, comic books. The goal is to tell a story to describe characters, places, or events. The author's purpose is to entertain you. He's giving you more than just facts, as in informed. He's not trying to persuade you to do something. All right, a novel, a fiction book, a short, any of those things are meant to entertain you. All right, so if he's telling a story, there's characters, there's plots. The purpose is to entertain. Alright, entertain is written to interest the reader or appeal to emotions such as pleasure, sadness, anger, or humor. Fiction books, plays, movies, comic strips, video games, sports articles, or programs. Okay? And then explain. The author gives directions on how to do something or tells the step. Alright, so think about a recipe. He's giving you directions. He's telling you specifically how to do something. Some examples to explain would be instructions, directions, steps and procedures, how-tos, recipes. All right, if you're reading a manual for your trades, if you're reading a manual on how to do something, the author's purpose is to explain how to do something, right? You're going to get a manual plumbing and carpentry. You got to know how to do these things. It is key that you understand that the purpose of this is to explain how to do something. So you need to understand how to interpret it and how to understand how to explain it. All right, and our last one is describe. The author uses descriptive words, often invoking the five senses: sight, smell, touch, hear, and see. All right. Anytime you see something that invokes those, that makes you think about them, the author is trying to describe. So look at the example they give here. All right. As soon as I opened the door and stepped into Aunt Mabel's house, the aroma, right? We think about the smell of warm blueberries rushed forward to greet me. I followed the scent into the kitchen, where my gaze fell upon a blueberry pie. Gaze, my eyes, with a beautifully perfect golden lettuce crust. All right? It's describing the pie. It's making you think about it. It's making your eyes think about it. It's making you smell it. It's putting you in that place where you can actually see that pie. Aunt Mabel proudly handed me a slice of her divine creation. Sunk my teeth into it, so now we'll get that taste of the pie. Alright, you see how it's evoking the five senses, it's making you think about these things. This is when it describes. Describes are probably the hardest because you want to put in another category, but make sure you're thinking about something, your adjectives, your feeling words, the things that make you think about specifically what is being talked about. So when the author is writing about it, we're thinking about those five senses. All right. Okay, so let's look at a describe example. So, native to North America, the common loon is named for the awkward way it waddles on land. Land and ponds are their natural habitat. Loons are wonderful fowl like ducks and geese. All right, in summer, the adult common loon has an indescendant black head, a black bill, and a white band around its neck. Alright, see the descriptions. Black head, black bill, white band around its neck. Its back is checkered with black and white feathers, so there's our sight. We're looking at those feathers, while its belly is white. See, it's describing this animal. It's making you think about the animal. In winter, the loon's bill fades to gray. Its winter plumage is gray on the back and head, while the breast, belly, and wings are white. Newly hatched chicks are covered with dark brown, downy feathers. Alright? So in this example, he's not trying to persuade you to go bird watching. He's describing the animal. How is he describing it? He's appealing to your five senses. He's making you think about looking at it, how it might, the bird might feel. Alright? All these description words are telling you exactly what the lunas look like. Okay. And then how does he do that? So it's the same passage. And when you go into IXL, you'll see these. He best shows how the author's purpose is. How does he show the author's purpose? He provides specific details, like in descendant, black head, and checkered with black and white feathers. Alright? He's providing those descriptions. Okay? Alright. For the sake of time, we're not going to go through this YouTube video, but I want you to watch this video, and it's kind of cool. It kind of goes through some fun little commercials and videos, and helps you identify what's the author's purpose. So it's good practice. So I would highly recommend it. But for the sake of time, I want to look at IXL real quick for the last few minutes. Alright, so as you can see, we are in IXL. I'm under mine, so this is a teacher's manual, but just so let's go to, alright, so when you log on, you'll be on this recommendations page. And I will, as you can see, you'll see skills suggested by your teacher. I will put all the skills you need to work right here. As of the Monday, you can see I put about 10 skills on theme. Today I'll put the skills for tomorrow for author's purpose. But if you want to take the long way around it, you go to skill plans and TABE reading. We're going to go to M or D, and we are going to find author's purpose. So scroll through it. Here's your theme. Here's all, and we will go through all these over the next couple weeks, talking about everything that you need to know for your test. And everything you need to know is in IXL. So the more you guys practice, the more prepared you're going to be. So I would highly recommend putting more practice into it. Okay, so if we can ever find an author's purpose, and you won't have to do all this. I will have done this for you, but just so you know. Alright, so your skill would be AR16, determine author's point of view or purpose. So go ahead and click on this and scroll through it. Okay. Alright, so this one, you would see your question. What is he trying to do? You want to hear something really dumb, right? That first sentence alone should give it away. You want to hear something really dumb. The state of Ohio has put into effect a Buy Ohio law stating that state agencies have to buy things made in America. Alright? You want to hear something dumb. What does that word invoke? It invokes an emotion. It makes you think about something. So he's not trying to just inform you about the law. He's trying to argue that it's foolish, right? If something is dumb, it's foolish. Okay? And how does he do that? He begins by stating a negative judgment which others might disagree with. Negative, right? Or the other example is he explains how the law will change purchasing policies. Now, the first thing he does is he gets you thinking. Alright, so when you go through this, think about persuasion. Remember PIDE, persuade, inform, entertain, explain, and describe. Remember the 5 author's purposes. You need to know these for your TABE test. Alright, for example. Okay, so practice, practice, practice. Email me, send me a message, let me know you're working. If you can't get an IXL, let me know. I will get you on. But for everyone, have a great day, and I will talk to you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.